Hey team, this is our build for today. It's a modified version of Rory the Rover that uses single bevel gears. It's pretty exciting. It enables you to put the motor in a different orientation. So in previous builds we've always had the motor aligned with the wheels. In this case you can see that the motor's axis of turning is at a 90-degree angle to the tire's axis of turning. This is a really handy build skill to have, and it's a piece of cake to be able to do. So we're going to start with our working model, and in fact let's go ahead and we'll take it apart first so you can see how things are working. Pop off the tires. So you can see here that we've got a single bevel gear with a half bush, a single bevel gear with a half bush. Those half bushes are important to maintain the contact between the gears. And we can pop off the motor assembly like that. And we could have done that with the tires on if we wanted. We've got our standard We-Do hub with our standard coaster. So we can just put that over here. And if we look in the back, this gets interesting. So we can slide this axle out just like that. And we're going to pull out that gear and that half bush. Then we can pop our motor off and that bevel and half bush. And you can see we've got a little red axle inside our motor. And then we have a little bed here. You can see that the motor itself just pops right into that little bed so that it can be put together. That bed is made from Technic flats. So this is a 2x6, 2x4, 2x4. So we have, as we pop these apart, just lay them out there together. I'm just kind of laying them out in a way that'll help us figure out how this whole thing goes together. And there we go. That's the whole build. It doesn't take long. So now to move in the forward direction, which is a piece of cake, we'll start by going 2 holes in and putting our flats down. There's our left side. Here's our right side. And we're going 2 Technic holes in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put these, this helps to put it upside down. And then we're going to start on the bottom one. And place these apart just like that. And you can see that that's going to leave enough room to put the motor in there. And we put these flats in to stabilize our build. The more stable it is, the better. So there we go. We've got a nice build platform, and that's stable. Feels pretty good. Now the next part is we're going to put our axle system together. So we're going to start by putting an axle in that hole, and then a half bush. And a lot of times, and it seems almost every time, when I'm using a single bevel, which is what this setup is, I have to use those half bushes to space everything out to keep really nice contact. And these are special gears that enable 90-degree connections, which are super useful. Now, you can see here this will slide around a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and put one of the tires on just to limit that motion just a little bit so that we can go about our build. The next part is we're going to take our motor and we're going to put in our axle and our half bush. And the half bush in this case is just used as a spacer so that we can make sure that everything makes nice contact. Once things start moving, we could do this without the half bushes, but once things start moving around, they start losing contact and the half bushes become really important. So meshing these gears together can take a little bit of practice. So if I just pop that gear in and slide it together there, we can test, and we can see there that those teeth are digging in nicely. Pop this tire on. There we go. So far so good. I'm going to slide that one in and that one in to make nice contact. Then all we have to do is connect this back to our brick, then plug in the motor. And if it helps, you can plug in the motor first. And then connect it together. And then we are good to go.